Hello dear students, welcome to Devika's Commerce and Management Academy. So today we'll see introduction part of the verification and valuation of assets and liabilities. First we'll focus assets. This is one of the important chapter, and verification of assets and liabilities. It is also one of the important object or duty of every auditor. He has to be very careful, because when we see the balance sheet, in balance sheet we find assets and liabilities only. Verification of assets, verification of liabilities. If these two are correct, whatever balance sheet is presented, so that is giving the true and fair picture. So no deceiving and everything is transparent. So that is possible when verification and valuation of assets and liability has done by the auditor transparently. And here when it comes to the assets, asset value, verification and valuation, it should be same as it is. Whatever may be the value of the asset, the same value it should depict in the balance sheet. It should not be overvalued or it should not be undervalued. Same it should be. If it is overvalued or undervalued, means they are doing something deliberately or by mistake, and which will not give you the true picture of the balance sheet. That is why it should not be overvalued or undervalued. Same as it is, whatever may be the right now picture, that should reflect in the balance sheet. Verification, valuation. Now if you see the objects, what are the objects of verification of assets and liabilities also together? So these are the main objects. What are the objects? First thing is that inspecting arithmetical accuracy. Inspecting arithmetical accuracy means value. The value of the asset should reflect as it is value. Suppose say the machinery value or otherwise any furniture value, building value, something is reflecting, say 1 lakh machinery value. Machine value is 1 lakh. 1 lakh only it should reflect, not less or more. Accuracy, arithmetic accuracy means same amount, same total, same value should reflect it. Okay, so that's about inspecting arithmetical accuracy. Am I clear? Next one is that determining the existence of assets. Existence of assets. Do you have the assets or not? When we are verifying it, there will come to know how many assets we have. You have to see that. It should be existence. The existence you have to find it. It should be visible. So that is why determining the existence of assets is another objective. Suppose the assets are not there, but still it is showing in the balance sheet. It is showing in the accounts books. When it comes to the verification, they came to know that there are no such kind of assets, but it is showing in the records. Then that's a false. So that is why determining the existence, whether it is there or not, verify. Third one is that confirmation of ownership. Who is the owner of that asset? There are many assets which are reflecting in the records or balance sheet, but who is the owner? Is the owner the same client or the company where he is doing the auditing work? Is he the same owner? Then verified. If ownership is different, then those assets are not related to this company, not related to this firm. That is why the auditor has to check that whenever he is finding assets, value he has to see, and also existence, assets are there or not, then who is the owner of that asset. Then after that, asset valuation. Then fourth step it comes to, fourth object is that asset valuation. What is the value of the assets? Valuation of assets, there are different methods where we can measure it. How do we want to measure? How do we want to value this asset? That methods are there. There are different methods that we are going to discuss in the next step. Anyway, asset valuation is another object. Then after that, knowledge of fraud. If there is any kind of fraud, that knowledge, that information the auditor must have. What kind of fraud? Asset is there, but the value is overvalued or undervalued. Okay, so that is one kind of fraud. Another fraud is asset is not there, but it is showing in the records. This is another kind of fraud. and sometimes the asset owner is somebody, but it is showing in our accounts. That is also another fraud. There are different kinds of frauds. Sometimes value is paid different and showing in the accounts is different. This is another kind of fraud. There can be lots of frauds, but the auditor must have the knowledge of this. There is a fraud. If he finds any fraud, he should have that idea, so that in future at least this kind of fraud should not repeat. Another one is that sixth object, actual position of asset. Actual position of asset. Asset means who is the owner of the asset? Is it available in the company or not? Is it in a working condition? So is the asset purchased on loan basis? Okay, is it on loan basis? And see the registration. It is registered on someone or is registered on the same person, and is the asset is mortgaged, so mortgage anything is there. So this kind of things that shows the actual position of the asset. All these things the auditor has to verify. And last step is that financial position. And what is the financial position of that asset? Means is it free from loan? Is it having any kind of loan or mortgage, anything is there? So that is, he has to check it. These are the main objects of the verification and valuation of the assets and liabilities. Now coming to the how to evaluate the asset. There are different methods. So those methods we are going to discuss. Methods of valuation of assets. First one is that cost to price. Cost to price means this we can say it as actual price also. Actual price. Cost price means what is the cost you have paid for acquisition of that asset, that is cost price. Say I have purchased furniture which is costing 5 lakh rupee. 5 lakh rupee I paid, and when furniture has to get inside of my organization, for that transportation, installation, something, I have paid around say 20,000. 5 lakh plus 20,000. Then that will be, the cost will be 5 lakh plus 20,000 I have paid. Means it is 5 lakh 20,000. So this is the cost price. How much I have paid? 5 lakh plus transportation, installation 20,000. Together 5 lakh 20,000. So this is cost price. How much you have paid for acquisition of that asset? This is cost price, or you can say it as actual price. Actually how much you paid. Second method is that market value. In the market, what is the value? Say I have purchased for 5 lakh 20,000. Right now what is the value? When did I purchase it? Say for example 5 years back. Now present what is the value? The value may be increasing or decreasing. Sometimes it may be 6 lakh. So that would be the market value. Market value is here 6 lakh. Example I am taking, right? Sometimes the value may be decreasing. 5 lakh 20 I purchased, but now right now I am getting a cheap rate. Say 4 lakh 50,000. Whatever may be the market price, that is market value we say. Am I clear? Third one is that replacement value. Say asset is not in a good condition. I wanted to replace it. When I want to replace it, how much I have to pay extra amount? Replacement means exchange. The cost is 5 lakh 20. When I want to buy new machine, new furniture, in place of this, what is the amount I have to pay? So they are giving us on exchange say 3 lakh or 2 lakh something they are giving. Then how much extra amount I have to pay? So that is replacement value. The word itself is saying very clearly replacement value. Okay. And next one is that book value. Book value means you know that whenever we purchase any asset, every year we will be providing some depreciation, right? Depreciation chapter we have learned different types of depreciation methods, straight line method, diminishing balance method, annuity method, depreciation fund or sinking method. These are the general methods we use, right? So when we purchase any asset, depreciation we just calculate it. The depreciation value when we deduct from the asset, that will be the book value. What is this book value? Book value means asset value minus depreciation. Say asset value is 5,20,000. 5,20,000. So far I have kept a depreciation for this 5,20,000, say 40,000. 40,000 is the depreciation. 5,20,000 minus 40,000, 4,80,000. 4,80,000 is the book value. Remember always, book value is nothing but asset value minus depreciation, whatever you have provided for that particular asset. Are you getting it? So that will be the book value. Next one is that going concern value. Going concern value means at present in market what is the value? Going concern. Changing always more or less. Say the value is 5,20,000 I purchased, but right now what is the going concern? Going concern means what is the price of the asset? Maybe it is more or less. Whatever may be the value, that will be the value we are going to take as per the going concern value. Next one is that realizable value. I don't want this asset. I don't want to use this anymore. I want to buy another one, but I want to dispose it. I want to realize it or dispose it, both are same na. So when I want to dispose or realize this asset, what is the value I am going to get? So that is disposable or realizable value. Okay, realizable value. Say 5,20,000 I have purchased. If I sell on second hand, say if I am getting 2 lakh, people are ready to pay 2 lakh. 2 lakh will be the realizable value. Are you getting it? And last one is the scrap value. Asset is not at all usable. We are not in a position to use it. So no one is ready to purchase it. Then it has to go under scrap. Scrap value. For scrap, suppose say you are expecting around 20,000, 30,000 something, some amount, that is also we have to calculate it. What is the scrap value we are going to get for that asset, from that asset? So that is scrap value. Am I clear? Any of this method we can follow, not to follow all the methods. So methods of valuation of asset, which method you want to follow, make it clear. And once if you are sticking to this for all the assets, the same method is applicable. And that same method the auditor has to verify. If the company is following, suppose say a cost price method, then auditor should have knowledge. This is company is following a cost price method, so I have to verify all the assets in the same method only, not any other method. Later they should not claim that we have followed for this method or that method. So that is to make confusion to the auditor, confuse the auditor. For that purpose they may be doing lots of dramas. So all these things are, he has to be very careful which method company is following, confirm it and follow it. And while evaluating the assets, he has to remember few things, the basis of valuation of assets. Few points. First thing is that original cost value. What is the original cost value? How much he paid it? And estimated working life. How much is the working life? Why working life? To calculate the depreciation. Depreciation also, straight line method we used to calculate depreciation with one formula. Asset value minus scrap value by divided by estimated working life. Did you remember it? For that purpose, what is the estimated working life? I purchased an asset. So how much period I can expect? 10 years, 20 years? What is that period? That is this one. Wear and tear. While using the asset, the value will decrease something. What is that? That's we say it as a wear and tear. Should keep it in mind. And also what is the scrap value and chances of obsoleteness. Obsoleteness means while using the asset, slowly how much it is going to decrease. Okay. So these points also he has to keep in mind while evaluating the assets. If valuation of assets are clear, you can say maximum burden is completed, but it is a very big task and important task of every auditor. He has to be very careful. So this is only introduction. Next class we will see how to evaluate the assets, how to verify the assets. Then after that we will go for liabilities also. Verification of liabilities and valuation of liabilities. Important topics. Basic if you understand, we can go ahead. Take a screenshot or note down. By the way, I would request you all, please study throughout the semester, throughout the year. Before exam, just revise it. Before exams, don't refer any new chapters. So this strategy, if you follow, definitely you will be on top position. Trust me, study well, and don't forget to share these videos, because with lots of time and care and energy, I am preparing this to all the student community at free of cost. Please share it and use it. Have a bright career. See you in the next class. Good luck.